This story was sent to us from Rosie in Colorado. Several years ago, I was working at a popular coffee shop. There was a male customer who would come in every day and order the same thing. For about 6 months, he pursued me until I finally agreed to go out on a date with him. We were going out for about 2 months before things went left. One day I was at work and a female customer placed an order that was the exact same as his. I know you're probably thinking that lots of people order the same thing all the time. This order was unique because the drink was no longer on our menu and no other customer ordered it. The lady gave me a strange look, and during the entire transaction, she looked angry. For the next few weeks, she would show up at the coffee shop at the same exact time that he would come in and place the exact same order. By this time, he had completely disappeared, and I had not heard from him. One day the lady came in at her usual time, but instead of placing an order, she said, "You like sleeping with married men?" I was so confused. I didn't know what she was talking about. She repeated the question, and I just froze. She pulled out her cell phone and showed me a photo of her and a man we will call Steve. I couldn't believe it. The man in the photo with her was the man I was going out with a few weeks before. As she stood there with the phone in her hand, she was shaking and turning red. She looked very angry, and I was nervous about what she would do next. To my surprise, she just walked out of the coffee shop. I was so upset, I began crying. I didn't want my coworkers or my manager to know what was happening, so I decided to take a break. I walked outside to go to my car, and the lady who identified herself as Steve's wife was standing by my car with a brick in her hand. She threw the brick right through my windshield. I started to dial 911 and another car pulled up behind me. 3 other women got out of the car and started hitting and kicking me in the face. Within a few moments, a bunch of people had formed a circle around the fight. Most of the witnesses pulled out their phones to record until 2 men showed up to break up the fight. After the fight was broken up, I was so shocked to see that one of the men who broke up the fight was Steve. The lady who said she was his wife pulled out a knife and began attacking him. Everyone had backed up because they didn't want to get hurt. As Steve laid on the ground helplessly, she got in her car. Everyone thought she was leaving, but then she ran over Steve with her car before leaving the scene. After she left, I got a text message from a strange number. The message said, "You're next." The police and ambulance arrived on the scene and Steve was taken to the hospital. I found out later that he had passed away. His wife was arrested the same day, and I also learned shocking news from the detectives. Steve's wife had my address written down and had taken pictures of me in front of my house. I was so terrified. I don't know what she was planning, but I am happy I didn't end up like Steve. Stay spooked.